Yo, Tube Nation, I'm back. I am back. You know, it's about that time where my hair is looking a little bit lighter, which is crazy because it looks dark right now, but I promise it looks lighter in person and I need it to be darker. So today I'm gonna dye my hair and I'm just gonna update you guys on my life. I feel like I haven't done that in so long. I also took 2 weeks off of posting just because, you know what I mean? I went to Oregon and visited my friends and family, and that was so nice. I really needed that. I'll talk about that. I'll just give you guys some updates. I feel like I just haven't done that in so long. There's a few reasons for it. We'll get into that later. But yeah, I'm just excited to actually like sit down and talk to you guys. I've been playing like a lot of games. I've been on Roblox. I've been on Reddit. But we're just gonna catch up tonight, okay? And also, if you hear hooting and hollering outside, our neighbors are throwing a rager. So I just heard them counting down from 10. So whatever that means. They were like 10, 9, 8. And I was like, totally. They're probably chugging brewskis over there. And I love that for them. But tonight, I'm gonna dye my hair and you guys are gonna watch me as I yap. So let's see what we're working with. Oh, also, this is just like a random t-shirt that I don't care about. I got a towel. I got like a giant sheet all around me just in case. And I don't wanna get anything on the floors. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this entire floor or like this entire area that I'm in is just covered in sheets. So, ooh. Okay. Anytime I do one of these videos, I'm always just like, wow, my hair's gotten so long. I never really notice it in my day-to-day life, but if you guys have been watching me forever, like you remember when my hair was up to my chin after I bleached it all off. So wow, you guys. I'm like, am I gonna regret this? I say this every time, but then when I do it, I'm like, wait, slay. But I don't know. But it just looks a little dull, you know? I don't know, maybe it doesn't. I don't know what I'm talking about. And you guys, I've missed you. I've missed ya, okay? I'm in this weird area in my life. I'm like, there's so many things that I want to keep private and to myself that I don't want to put on the internet. But then at the same time, it's like, this is my job and my job is to like share things about my life. So it's a weird little journey. It's a weird little thing I'm trying to navigate. Ever since the whole car situation happened, ever since I moved out, ever since I've been living on my own, I've been really thinking about like who I want to surround myself with, just the type of people I want to be around. There has just been so many things that have been happening that I'm not going to share online, but it's just making me realize like who I want to be around, who I want to spend my energy with, who I want to surround myself with. You know, it's okay to have distance from people. You know, it's okay to like have some separation with some people to like figure out what is serving you. It's okay to take a break from people too. I'm not saying like cut people out entirely, but like taking a break from people. And I'm just kind of learning that because I'm just at that age where I'm just like, I can't deal with drama. I can't deal with messiness. I can't, oh my God, I need peace. I need peace. And so, yeah, I know you guys get me and I know you guys respect that and why I'm not sharing a lot online about personal relationships and stuff like that. I feel like you guys get me. It's just a lot and some of it's really sad. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out my boundaries with people and the internet. And just, you know, it's weird. It's weird being a human. It's weird being a human. Life is freaking strange, guys. And yeah, I just think that I've been getting a lot of clarity and it's been really nice. And I'm in a really good place in my life right now. And I just want to keep soaring through the air with how I'm feeling right now because I'm feeling good. And it's taken me a really long time to feel this good. So I'm really stoked. Like this summer, I know I've been posting like random shit, the Reddit stuff, which is really fun. And I'm glad that you guys like that. And I want to keep doing stuff like that too. And just like Roblox stuff. I love playing games. I love being silly. Behind the scenes, like I've been taking so many classes oh, hello. Okay. Anyways, this summer I've been really focusing on trying to get my creativity back, and that's something that has been really fucking me up. I feel like this last year, because so much shit has been going on, I've like lost my creativity. So I've been taking a lot of really fun classes to get me out of my comfort zone, get me back into like my creative brain that's always been there. I'm just really pushing myself. Yeah, I'm just dabbling in so many things right now, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I'm just learning a lot about myself right now, guys. I don't know what it is. I thought 27 was gonna be the year where I was like, oh my God, I'm really coming into who I am. No, 27 was a shit show for me. If you guys remember, I feel like 28, I'm like actually starting to feel at peace with myself and feel at peace with like the decisions that I make. I don't feel so chaotic. I don't feel so like out of control anymore. I think that just all started, even though it was shitty, but when I had to move. So that's all I'm really gonna say about that right now. Maybe in the future I'll like go into detail about things that have been going on behind the scenes, but for right now, I don't want to. So yeah, let's talk about some fun things. I went to Oregon because it was my best friend's birthday. I was so excited. I haven't seen Katie since Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving. She has 2 little babies and I just adore these little babies. They are my niece and nephew. They're so cute. They call me Auntie Sawa. I just adore these precious little blobs. Also, before anyone says anything, Katie did give me permission to add pictures of the little kiddos. So yeah. And it's so weird. Like I'm so awkward with every other child on planet Earth, but with these little boogers, like I just love, like, oh God, they're like a piece of my heart. So I was really excited to see them. Katie picks me up from the airport the next day. And it's her birthday, okay? It's like her actual birthday when she picks me up. Oh my God, we are just giggling to the moon. We are catching each other up on life. Okay, I had to finish off camera because I could not focus to save my life. And I really needed to get the back of my hair and I just really needed to lock in. But while I'm doing that off camera, look at this adorable picture of Katie and the shirt that I got her for her birthday. She's obsessed with Roman Reigns. He's a professional wrestler and he's so hot. She's obsessed. All right, let's just hope for the best. Who knows what I did? Anyways, so I'm having the best time with Katie and her family. I was just so happy. It was just such a nice reset. With all the craziness going on and in this past year, it was just so nice to just... I'm with the fam. I'm with the fam. It was so cute. She had like a birthday party. She invited all of her cousins and her siblings over and our friends that I grew up with. But the problem was, I don't know what it is, but every single time it's Katie's birthday, her and her husband love to get Hennessy. They love Hennessy. But I was like, okay, it's Katie's birthday. They got 2 bottles of Henny. It's going down? Question mark? Like, you know, let's just go. Okay, I'm in Oregon. Let's rock. I'm with my people. Let's party. I don't know how, there was a lot of people at the house, but we finished a whole bottle of Hennessy, then almost the second one, and I was lit. I was lit, but I was having so much fun. We were just dancing, having deep talks, you know, just catching up. Like, God, I love those bitches. But we were partying until we were purple, and I'm not joking. The next day was a nightmare for me. Oh my God, it was so bad. Like, I haven't been that hungover in years, I don't think. I can only drink like that on very special occasions because no, mommy's too old. But something that I do regret. So I forgot to mention this, but when Katie picked me up from the airport and I like got to her house and we were just like settling and stuff, she didn't have the kids at the house. The kids were at the aunt's house. But then we all went to the aunt's house for like tacos for Katie's birthday and to like celebrate. And I'm seeing the kiddos, I'm seeing baby Jordan and Gianna. I'm like, ah! Something that I do regret. No, it's cute, but I was just like, oh no, what have I done? I've opened up a monster. I did this thing with Jordan that I thought was like cute and silly, where we were like sitting at the table, we were like building Legos or something, and then I looked at Jordan and I was like, hey Jordan, and he was like, what? And I was like, guess where we're going? And he was like, where are we going? And I was like, we're going to Tickletown. And I would start tickling him. And he was like, oh my God, Auntie Sarah. He thought it was the funniest shit ever. And so like that entire day, me and him just kept going, where are we going? Tickletown. And it was just like me and Jordan's little inside joke. He just thought it was like, he would have tears in his eyes from crying at how funny he thought Tickletown was. I woke up a beast, basically. So, okay, so that was the backstory of Tickletown. And then after that, we went back to Katie and her husband's house. We had the little house party. And then now here we are currently. When I woke up and I was so hungover from the Hennessy. Also, the kids weren't at the party. The kids were staying with the aunt. I woke up the next morning and I was just like, oh my God, I am so sick. I just can't. period. I can't do it. I can't do the day. I can't do today. I wake up to the sound of like little feet running around outside. And I was like, okay, the kids are back. The kids are back. The kids are back. And I was like, I had to like slap myself and be like, Sarah, you are Auntie Sewa. You are not sick. You cannot let them see you like this. Like, get your shit together. But I was still just kind of like waking up. I was like chugging water. I was in Katie's guest room. And all of a sudden I just like hear the door slowly open. Just so slowly. And I was laying there and I was like, oh no, here we go. Here we go. And I'm just laying there pretending like I'm asleep. And I just hear, Auntie Sewa? And I was like, oh no. That's so cute. Like, oh my God. So I like turn around and I just see little Jordan. He's 5. He's in the doorway and he's like looking all with his puppy dog eyes. And he's like, Sewa, Auntie Sewa. And I was like, hi. And he was like, do you know where we're going? And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, here we go. And I am sick. Like, I'm nauseous. I'm trying to keep it down. And I go, where? And he's like, Tickle Town! And he like sprints at me. He jumps on me and he starts tickling me. And I was like, oh my God. I was like pretending to laugh. I was trying not to like pick him up and throw him. I was like, Jordan. And he was like, Auntie Sarah, come to the living room. Come to the living room. I'm playing with my race cars. And I was like, okay, in a second. And he gets up. And this like I was like so sick. Like while he was tickling me, I was trying not to puke in this little kid's face. I was like literally about to projectile vomit in this little child's eyes. Oh my God, the strength it took. But then right when he left, I like chugged water and then I got up and then I threw up. But oh my God, I was like, get me out of Tickletown. I cannot go, but I never want to see Tickletown ever again. Get me a one-way ticket out of Tickletown. I'm tired of it. In fact, Tickletown isn't that beautiful of a landmark. It's kind of ugly. There's no nature. It's actually not fun. And it's really humid. I don't want to go. Get me out of Tickletown. But then I went out into the living room and I'm not joking, every 10 minutes I wanted to go to Tickletown. So yeah. Do I regret opening up that can of worms? A little bit, but it was cute. Like, that's our little thing. But I was so violently ill. Like, I could not. I felt so bad. He was probably like, why is Auntie Stella being so weird? Because usually with me and him, I'm always just like playing with him, picking him up, throwing him on the couch. We're doing Superman, and then I like lunge him onto the sofa. I'm doing so much physical activity because he's a little boy and he's 5 and he just wants to run around and like, you know? And he gets so excited whenever I'm in town because he knows that I will play with him and like be crazy and weird with him. But oh my God, the day after Katie's birthday was very rough for me and I was throwing up like every 2 hours. Oh, that was rough. But I had fun. We just kind of had a chill day. The next morning, I got woken up again at 6 in the morning and it was Jordan again creaking my door open and wanting to go to Tickletown, and I wasn't hungover, so I was just like, you know, but holy shit, get me out of Tickletown. I never want to go back. I never want to go back. I was telling my mom this story and she was like dying. She was like, you should make merch that says, I want 1 ticket out of Tickletown. I was like, Mom, that sounds really weird. I don't think anyone would buy that. I don't think anybody would know. Like, what? She was like, that'd be so funny. I was like, okay, chill. The day that I was gonna go to my parents' house was Tuesday. It was the day after Labor Day. And it was Jordan's first day of kindergarten. And so we got to wake up early, get him ready for kindergarten. Oh my God, we got to take pictures of him. Also, I just have to point out that on his little sign, he put, I love kitchens. We were dying. We were like, what do you want it to say? What do you love? He's like, kitchens. And it's so true. He loves kitchens. Oh my God, it was so cute. I can't believe that I was there for that big milestone for him. It was just so sweet. And just driving him to kindergarten, like walking him to his class, it It was so cute. I was about to burst. I was about to burst in tears. I was like, this is my best friend. Like, y'all don't understand. You guys probably do if you guys have been watching my videos, but this is Katie. She's been my best friend since 4th grade, and we're taking her son to kindergarten. Like, life is so crazy. Then after that, I went to my parents' house, and I was so excited to see my parents. I have not seen my parents since Christmas. And as you guys know, like, this entire year for me has been just so crazy, and so just getting to hang out with my parents was just so needed for me. So I don't know how I forgot to add this in. This was like a huge moment when I got to my parents' house, but my mom told me once I got to the house that she had a surprise for me, and I was like, what? And so she took me upstairs and she told me to close my eyes, and I was like, okay. And she brings me into my room, my childhood room, my teenage room with the blue walls, if you guys remember. And I open my eyes, and my mom, she completely gave my room an entire makeover. It looked incredible. Like, I could not believe my eyes. She told me that she got inspired by when I was decorating my new space. She was getting like a sense of my new style and just my style in general now. And she wanted to upgrade my room so that whenever I came home, it felt more like me now instead of me as a teenager. So my mom did that for me. That is so nice. It looks so good. Like, the time and the effort that took, I could not believe it. I'm just so grateful. That was just the sweetest little surprise ever. She told me that this project took her months to do. And oh my god, it's just so sweet. My mom like redid the backyard, and the backyard looks awesome. It's literally like an oasis. So I was in the backyard a lot. Oh, this is something I was gonna bring up. When I was at Katie's house, jumping back a little bit, but when I was at Katie's house, she wasn't like depressed, but she was just sad because she finished the ACOTAR series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's a book series, if you guys, I feel like everybody knows what that is at this point. It's about like fairies and shit. But she was sad because she finished the whole series. It was crazy that she was saying that because I bought the first book like a few weeks prior, and I brought it with me to my trip. I hadn't started it yet. And also, like, I've never been a fantasy person. Like, I never really gravitated towards fantasy books, but I've been hearing so much hype about this ACOTAR series. Everyone has just been telling me like, Sarah, no, it's so good, it's so good. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's about fairies. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, that doesn't sound fun. When I told Katie I brought the book and that I haven't started it yet, she sat my ass down. And this bitch looked me in my eyes and she said, Sarah, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that you're not a fantasy person. I don't give a shit. What I want you to do when you get to your parents' house, I want you to sit in their little gorgeous backyard. I want you to sit your ass down, make a matcha, and I want you to open the book and just start. Just get through the first few chapters. Just get through the first, just start, and you won't stop. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, I will. And she was like, no, I'm not joking. I'm gonna text you every day and remind you. I'm not fucking joking. I'm not joking. You are going to love this. And I was like, eh. And she was like, you are going to love it. Just trust me. I'm your bestie. And I was like, okay, damn. So when I got to my parents' house and we were like catching up and stuff, Katie texted me and she was like, have you started? And I was like, okay, so true. And there was like a moment where my dad was at work, my mom wanted to like garden or something. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take this book and sit by the pool. And we have like this really nice umbrella with shade, and like my mom put these like cool couches out there. It was like with like a fire pit and shit. Like, my mom really like elevated the backyard. I'm like, why did you do this after we moved out? Like, what the hell? And there's like a hot tub and shit now. I was like, where was this when I was a teen? But it's so cute. I love it. So I was sitting out there and I just opened it and I just started reading it, and I couldn't stop. Hey guys, I couldn't stop. Katie was right. The only reason why I stopped is because my dad came back from work and we were gonna have dinner, and I was just itching to keep reading. Yeah, every day that I was there, I've been reading more and more. I'm on chapter 20, so don't spoil anything for me. I don't want to hear it, but I'm loving it. Oh my god, the tension that's building right now. Nothing like crazy has happened yet between the two of them. If you guys know, I won't spoil anything. Nothing crazy has happened yet, but The tension is building and I'm getting butterflies and I feel like I'm gonna burst. So Katie was describing it. She was like, Sarah, you were obsessed with Twilight in middle school, right? And I was like, well, yes. And she was like, that's a fantasy book. And I was like, well, yes. And she was like, this is like the adult version of Twilight. Like how you felt reading those Twilight books is how you are going to feel with this series. Like you are going to really latch yourself into this. And I'm just excited for you. And I was like, wow, okay, if you explain it like that, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna get started. If you're telling me that I'm gonna feel the way that I felt reading Twilight for the first time, oh, count me in. And guess what? I'm experiencing that. I'm experiencing that and it's a lot to handle, but I'm loving it. So yeah, I've just been, I gotta wash my hair. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hair. And then I'm gonna blow it out off camera and then we'll see how it looks. And then I'll continue because I have a lot more to say. Okay, I hear you. Oh my God, you guys. I just took a shower. I just blow dried it. I'm kind of freaking out. This is just so crazy. I was not expecting this. What the fuck why did I do this? It doesn't look that different. Doesn't look that different. It's just a little darker. We've seen it before, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not doing anything too crazy over here, but it's so shiny. All of you hair girlies that probably watch that were like, oh my God, Sarah, your technique is garbage. And you know what? It turned out good. I'm not recommending you doing my method. Like, I'm not a professional, obviously, but honestly, it turned out great. There's like really no spottiness. I just kind of just slab that shit on me and just rub it through. I don't know. But it's cute. I like it. Just a little bit darker. It looks kind of black in the video, but it's not. But yes, I love it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of finish talking. You know, I'm not done. I'm not done talking to you guys. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah, Katie forced me to read ACOTAR, so I've been reading it. It's delicious. I'm obsessed. So I was reading outside, right? I was enjoying my day. I had my little matcha, okay? And it was such a beautiful day, right? My dad comes home. My dad comes outside and he drops a bomb on me and it was so heartbreaking. I felt so horrible for my dad. Basically, my dad just found out that his best friend passed away like a few weeks ago and he didn't know. This was like his best friend. Like this was his best friend. That was his roommate, like all throughout his 20s. I forgot to mention, he was my dad's best man in my mom and dad's wedding. Oh my God, this was like his bestie. He just like didn't text him back a few weeks ago, which was really unlike him. My dad was getting really anxious, like, why the fuck didn't he text me back? He always texts me back. And obviously my dad is older and he's at that age where like, if someone doesn't text you back, that could mean that something happened to them, you know? So he was just really anxious. And it was also hard for my dad because his best friend doesn't have any of his family alive. He doesn't have a wife or kids. So there wasn't really like anyone he could contact. But he did reach out to his neighbor, I think, and the neighbor went to figure out what happened, and then the neighbor got back to my dad. And oh my God, he got that news literally the first day that I was with them. And my mom was obviously really close to him too, so my mom was really upset, and he was just like this huge part of our family for so many years before I was even born. So it was just a huge loss, and the fact that the universe brought me in that moment just to be there for my dad and just to like help him process and grieve and stuff, like it was so sad, but I'm just so happy I was there, you know? I'm just so grateful that I got to, you know, comfort him a little bit. And also his other best friend passed away 5-6 months ago, and he was really close to our family too, and my parents adopted his dog. Really cute chocolate lab. His name's Scout. So he's a part of the family too, Scout. But he's really old and he has cancer. But he's like the cutest chocolate lab ever, and I love him. He's so sweet. And that was the first time I met Scout. It was just so, it's just so crazy. I like can't even imagine that. So I'm just really happy that I was there for them. And then that night we went to this brewery right down the street that just opened up, and it was so good. We like sat outside. There was like a fire pit. It was such a great vibe, just eating pizza by a fire pit with my parents. And then after dinner we went home. My mom wanted to have a birthday party for the 3 dogs, even though their birthdays are like 3 months apart. Charlie, the golden doodle, her first dog, his birthday was in August. Soul, she has a white, not a golden doodle, it's like a doodle, but he's white, whatever. And his name is Soul. That is so Barb. His name is Soul. Soul's birthday was in September, and I think Scout, the new chocolate lab, his birthday was at the end of September, but she wanted to have a 3-way birthday party for the 3 of them just because I was in town and she wanted to celebrate while I was there. So my mom got 3 little cakes. 1 cake was white, 1 cake was brown, and 1 cake was like the green Cookie Monster. No, not the Cookie Monster. It was the green trash can monster from Sesame Street, like the fucking goober that's always in the trash cans. That was the 3rd one. I was like, oh, so the white one is for Soul because he's white, and then the brown one is for Scout. And then I was like, what? And then she was like, no. The white one is for Charlie because he's pure. The trash can monster, that one's for Soul because he's insane. He is insane. He's a little crazy.
Oh, and also he's always eating trash. Like he's always just like getting into shit.
And then the brown one is for Scout because, you know, he's brown. And I was like, okay. The white one for Charlie because he's pure. She's obsessed with Charlie. So then we went in the backyard, and then she had all of the cakes lined up. Obviously the dogs didn't eat the cake, they would get sick, but the cakes were for the 3 of us. She lined the cakes up. She just wanted pictures, she wanted videos.
What for the white dog? I mean the green one.
The green one is the monster, that's Soul.
Wait, then why is Charlie's the white one?
Because he's pure.
Okay.
He's the angel.
Okay.
And he's number 7, so 7, 8, and 13.
Okay.
And if you guys want to call them over to you, like Soul and Charlie, this one up, that has a little thing, and he'll put that under his chin.
Mm-hmm.
And then Charlie, go sit. He says, I'm gonna sit over here.
No, come on. Come here.
Okay, well then.
Charlie doesn't like me.
Give him the crown.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scout, Soul, and Charlie. Happy birthday to you. Woohoo!
He's already trying to eat it.
Yay! Woo.
She poured us all a shot of fire, just one singular shot of Fireball. And we all toasted for my dad's best friends that passed away because they were like the 3 amigos. So I don't know why first, I didn't even think about that. But when my mom was like, and cheers to the 3 amigos, I thought my mom was talking about us. And then my dad was like, yep, Charlie, Scout, and Soul. And then I was like, Dad, no, we're the 3 amigos. And then my mom was like, guys, no, your dad and his besties. And then me and my dad were like, right. My dad was like, right.
The 3 amigos. Charlie, Soul, Scout.
No.
It's
You, Mom, and me.
No, I'm
amigos.
sorry.
Okay.
No, wait a minute.
Are you sticking?
It's Tim
And Tim.
and Jim.
Oh,
Jim.
this is to Tim and Jim and Peter.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, brothers.
Rest in peace, brothers.
We'll see you in heaven.
We'll see you in heaven.
There's just so many groups of 3. You just got the
Woo! Rest in peace. Woo! It was confusing. So then we took one singular shot of Fireball. It was cute. We stayed outside and we talked about my dad's best friend. He like shared funny stories about them when they were younger, and it was really cute. And then the next day, my mom woke me up and she was like, I am so hungover. And I was like, Mom, you had 1 shot of Fireball. She was like, I know, but I never drink. And I was like, Mom, you had what? I was like, girl. And she was like, I am so dehydrated. Oh my God, I need Advil. And I was like, okay, girl. Like, 1 shot of Fireball? Okay, girl, whatever you say. It was silly. I spent the whole day with my mom. We had so much fun. My mom hated my purse that I brought. She oh my God, she fucking hated it. She would not stop talking about how horrible my bag was. And it's just because it's one of those like long boho bags that don't have a zipper. And the thing about my mom is, if a bag doesn't have a zipper, she's going to have a meltdown. She needs me to have a zipper on my bags or she like spirals. She's always thinking about pickpocketers, like just people stealing, reaching in my bag. Like she's just so like OCD about that. Listen, I get it, but she like very much so made it a point that we're getting a new bag for you. And I was like, okay, you know what? Whatever makes you happy, Barb. Like, if me getting a new bag will help you sleep at night, I will do so. Even though I love that bag. And I'm still gonna, no, sorry mom, I know you're watching this, but I'm still gonna like use it. But I do love the bag that she got me. She bought me this really cute brown purse. It's really, really cute actually. I couldn't even hate. I was like, wait, I actually love this. So Barb kind of slayed. We went to Ulta so we both can pick out makeup. She really wanted to learn how to do like really natural looking eyelashes because, oh my God, I forgot to mention this. Literally, what the hell? This is like the biggest news in my life, actually. Cut everything else. My sister got engaged. My sister. My sister! She got engaged to an amazing man. And I love him. Them together is they are the most beautiful couple ever. They are seriously soulmates. And when I knew that they were dating, I was like, oh, they're gonna get married. Like I just kind of knew it from the start. I was just like, when is it gonna happen? And it happened a few months ago. He asked her and it was so cute. It was like on this little like boat. Oh my God, it's so cute. They are the cutest pictures ever and it's my lock screen on my phone. It's my computer background. Y'all know how obsessed I am with my sister. I am just so overwhelmingly happy for her, especially all of the years and all of the men that she's dealt with her entire life. And she just found such a good one who loves her so much and treats her like the queen she is. I always was like, there's no way that there's a man on this planet Earth that could love my sister the same amount as me. Like there's just that, haha, that's a joke. That's a joke. There's no fucking way. Like, and then he came along and he just got it. He just gets it. And I'm just over the moon happy. So obviously, like, there's a wedding to be planned. We obviously don't know when the wedding's gonna be, but my mom has just been really stressing out about the picture element of the pictures that we're gonna take at the wedding. And so she was like, Sarah, I really need to learn how to do like the strip lashes that you have. Not as intense as yours, but like I wanna learn how to do it. And I was like, I got you. And then she's like, I also wanna learn how to contour. I don't know how to contour. And I was like, let's fucking figure it out. I got you. So we went to Ulta and we spent like so long in there. And me and my mom were just having so much fun, just picking out different makeups for her. I was like testing it on her. And then we picked out some like really cute natural lashes for her to try. And then she really wanted to try press-on nails. These aren't press-ons, but she really wanted to just try some. So we got her some like cute naked ones, like a cute neutral, short, very short. She's just experimenting. She's just wanting to try different things and she wants to like learn how to do her makeup better. And I was like, you are talking to the right person, girly. Like, I know a thing or two. I'm not an expert, but I know a thing or two. It was just so fun. Like, we had so much fun at Ulta. If you guys have been watching me for a really long time, my relationship with my mom has always been like up and down, only because I was still healing a lot of parts of myself. I think for the longest time, I could not, for the life of me, think of my mom as just another human being who's a human for the first time, just like I am, and she's still figuring things out too. Whenever I would come to Oregon, me and my mom just would always bicker and fight about something, just every single time. And it was just really, really frustrating because I wanted to have a good relationship with my mom, but I felt like it was impossible. But then when I started going to therapy a few years ago and like learning about my childhood and my life and my teenage years especially, and just like reframing the way that I looked at my mom and like reframing our relationship, looking at her from an adult perspective completely changed my life. Like therapy completely changed my life and how I started building my adult relationship back up with my mom again. And it is just such a blessing. Like without the skills that I've learned in therapy and without just like really digging deep within myself and learning like the harmful things that I would do, it just changed my life because we have such a good relationship now. And when she does say things that trigger me a little bit, I know how to not react. Whereas in the past, I would react and I would fight her and I would want to be right. We never could see eye to eye. Now my communication with my mom is just so much better and we actually have fun. After we went to Ulta, I was telling my mom that like whenever I go back to Medford, there's always just like a new thing that was built, like something new is there. Just every single time there's always just something new and something exciting. And I was saying that to her and she was like, oh my God, Sarah, did you know that we have a Chuck E. Cheese now? Oh, I was gagged. Oh, I was freaking out. Chuck E. Cheese was my life. You don't understand. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was actually born in California. I was born in Newport Beach, which is in Orange County. It's like the county right next to LA, right on the beach. I was born there. My parents are like from Orange County in LA. Like they've lived there their whole lives. And then we just randomly moved to Oregon when I was like 5. I don't know. I guess like every single birthday, and I remember it too, but every single birthday when we lived in Newport Beach, it was always at Chuck E. Cheese. Like we were always at Chuck E. Cheese. I just remember always being there, and I remember always looking at the animatronics when they were like the creepy like animatronics. And I would get so scared, and I just remember like screaming and crying and hiding under the table whenever they would like come out and the curtain would open and they would like have their little instruments and like start singing. That was the scariest part for me. But Chuck E. Cheese was just like such like a huge part of like my development. I just loved going to Chuck E. Cheese. And then growing up when we moved to Oregon and we would go back and visit, because all of my extended family live in LA, or not LA, but like Orange County, which is right next to LA. Like all of my extended family, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, like they all live there, which is, I don't know if you guys do that. But whenever we would come back down here, growing up, my parents would always take us to Chuck E. Cheese. Like that was my fucking shit, bro. I was always so depressed growing up in Medford because we did not have a Chuck E. Cheese. We didn't. It's a small town. It's a smaller town. Not anymore, really. It's getting pretty big now. But like at the time, there was nothing. We didn't have much, okay? We had a little family fun center with like go-karts, and that was a treat though. That was a treat. That was like birthdays only. And then we had a bowling alley. Those two were like the only things to do that was like fun, you know? And then like an ice skating rink, but then that got shut down. When my mom told me there was a Chuck E. Cheese that just opened, I was like, oh my God, I have to see it. Like I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. And so me and my mom drove to Chuck E. Cheese. And we like parked in front of it. My mom turns the car off and she was like, I was like, oh, we don't have to go inside. I just wanted to see it. And she was like, oh my God, no, let's go inside. It's cute. Like, let's go in there. And I was like, that's so creepy. Like, we are 2 grown adult women. We don't even have a child with us. Just us walking into Chuck E. Cheese. What are we gonna do? Order a pizza? Are we gonna like play games together? And she was like, no, Sarah, I'll just say that my grandson is having a birthday and we just wanted to like tour it. And I was like, you don't have a grandson. And she was like, not yet. My mom wants a grandson. My mom wants a grandkid so bad. But now I feel a little bit of the pressure is lifted off me because my sister's engaged. So I'm like, Rachel, that's on you, girl. It's not my time yet. I have a few more years. No, I'm kidding. I don't even know if I want kids. That's a whole nother thing. She was like, no, let's just like go. I just want to show you. So me and my mom walk into Chuck E. Cheese. My mom like went up to the guy and just told him that she just wanted to look around for her grandson's birthday. And I was just like, oh my God. So we're like walking around and there's no animatronics. There's no stage anymore, which is kind of sad. Like I'm really sad that they got rid of the stage because that was the best part. Well, obviously I was terrified as a little baby, but the stage and the okay, actually that's terrifying. I honestly think that they got rid of the stage and the animatronics once Friday Night at Freddy's came out. I kind of want to believe that. I'm just making this up, but I kind of want to believe that that's what happened because that movie is fucking horrifying. That movie is like every kid's worst nightmare. So I feel like they just got rid of them because they knew that that movie existed and they didn't want the kids to like be scared to go in there. Anyway, so they got rid of the stage. It's just like a giant screen on the wall. And then there's like this giant screen on the floor. It's like a dance floor, but it's like interactive. Like you can like step on it and then you can like play games with your feet. It's like touch screen, I guess. I don't know. Me and my mom were just like looking at it and we were like looking at the screen. Just on the screen, there was like a dance tutorial and these kids on the screen were like trying to teach mind you, me and my mom were the only ones in there. There's like one other family, but they're in the very back. So it was just me and my mom just like looking at the screen, giggling and like dancing along. Like, what the fuck?
Guys, walk, walk, walk. Now add your swoops.
Come on.
Swoop, swoop. And use your knees. So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
As I'm filming the screen, Chucky himself comes out. And it scared the living shit out of me.
Let's dance.
Come on, Mom. Get out there. Come on, Mom.
Oh, here's the mouse.
Oh!
Oh my god. He just came out of nowhere. He like came through the back and just started walking towards me. And I don't know if that was just like a trauma response, but that really scared me. It was really devastating because it was just me and my mom. It was just me and my mom and Chucky was on the dance floor and Chucky just starts dancing. He just starts breaking it down. And it's just me and my mom watching him. We're just standing there watching him. And I could not stop. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, we should go. And then my mom was like, we can't just leave. He's performing for us. And I was like, oh my God, okay. So it was just like really sad because Chucky was just dancing on the dance floor alone. There was nobody in there. The two kids did not give a damn. Like, they didn't even like look at Chucky. They were just like on the trampoline. And then eventually the two girls got off the trampoline and then went to their parents to eat pizza. So it's just Chucky doing a private performance for me and my mom. And we couldn't just leave, you know, that'd be so rude. So we just stayed there and just watched him. He couldn't even look us in the eye. Like, I was like, who is this guy? Like, he's probably just like, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, he's probably just chugging shots of Fireball in the back and just going out there. Like, I guess they have to go out there like every 30 minutes and do the same little jig. It was also like, what, like a Wednesday? It was just like a Wednesday. Kids are at school during that time. So it was just, yeah. I felt so bad for him. I wanted to be like, hey, you can like stop. But we were cheering him on. My mom wanted me to get out there and dance with him and I was like, hey, that's not my journey for today. It's just not my journey, but I'll support him. I'll support Chucky. So yeah, that was cute. That was fun. That was good times with Barb. Just like, why is me and Barb in Chuck E. Cheese alone on a Wednesday and we can't escape? We have to watch this whole 15-minute performance. It went on for so long, but it was funny. I gave him a high five when he was done. And yeah, and then we just left. We didn't even get pizza or anything. We must go. We must go. The next day, I read my book some more and I was just chilling by the pool. I was living La Vida Loca. I was so happy to be there. I was like, wow, I should do this more often. I was like, I should go back to my parents' house more often. My mom's like, hey, I'm gonna go run some errands. I'll be right back. And I was like, okay, cool. Yesterday was like me and my mom's time alone. And then the next day was me and my dad. And me and my dad just like spent all day. My mom's gone for like hours. So me and my dad spent all day just chatting about life, chatting about everything. There was a few moments where I cried because just talking to my dad is so special because he's just so wise and he's just very emotionally intelligent. And so just talking to my dad is just always a treat and he just gives the best advice ever. So me and my dad were talking for hours, just unfiltered. It was great. It was one of those conversations that I will hold on to forever and just think back on that moment, just being like, wow, love him. Wow, he really like spoke some facts. I was having trouble in this one department in my life, and he was giving me the best advice and like giving me homework to do. I was like, yes, I will be doing that homework. And I have been. It's been like very helpful. My dad's so helpful. I'm like, why don't I talk to him more? I'm kidding. And so the last night that I was in Oregon, I had a flight the next morning, right? Flight back to LA, everything was scheduled, everything was planned. And so my mom was like, I think I want to make just like a really nice, healthy, nutritious dinner tonight. And I was like, slay, let's do it. And then my mom goes to like run an errand or something. And then she comes back like 30 minutes later with Hawaiian food. She just got Hawaiian food instead. And she was like, oh my God, I was gonna make like a really nice healthy dinner, but then I passed by the Hawaiian place and I just really am craving Hawaiian food. And I was like, okay, like I love, like this Hawaiian place, I love this place. Like this place, me and my family would go to all the time growing up, after soccer games, after volleyball games. We loved this place. So I was like, hell yeah. I haven't been there in so long. Like, that's okay with me. And she was like, sorry, I was gonna cook. And I was like, don't apologize, girl. I'm okay with this. We all got our Hawaiian food and we're all sitting in the living room, and then we put on a movie. We're watching the new Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson movie because my mom's like obsessed with Pamela Anderson and my dad loves action movies. So it was like best of both worlds, and it was really funny. It was like quirky and silly. At the end of the movie, it's like 11 o'clock, or not even, like 10:30. My dad's already asleep. My dad fell asleep. My dad fell asleep in the recliner chair. And so after the movie, me and my mom get up, we wake him up, and then we go to bed. I have all my shit packed already. I'm ready to rock and roll for my flight in the morning. I had such a great week. No complaints, no drama. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go in my room and I'm gonna read some more. And they're like, okay, love you. So I go up to my room and I'm just chilling. Crack open my book, reading a few chapters. I'm getting hooked, I'm getting horny. Then it's like maybe 1 in the morning and I'm getting a little sleepy. So I'm like, all right, this is a good place to stop. And I stop. And I get a little cozy in my bed, right? And I fall asleep peacefully. The peace turned into pain. I was jolted awake in the middle of the night, I want to say around like 4 in the morning, to the worst stomach cramps I have ever felt in my life. I was literally like holding onto my stomach, like trying not to scream. I'm kind of exaggerating because if you watch my Peru video, that was the fucking worst. That was the worst experience of my life. If you haven't seen the Peru video yet, go watch it if you want. I don't care. But like, I was having intense stomach cramps and I was dying. I was like, oh my God. I get up, go to the bathroom. It's not looking good. Okay, diarrhea city. And I was like, what the fuck? And then when I'm done, I like go back, try to lay back in bed, and I try to go back to sleep. And then I just felt, you know, icky. Like I'm gonna puke. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so then I jolt out of bed again and I'm running across the hallway and I open up the bathroom door and I didn't even make it to the toilet. I threw up all over the floor. Like, I'm not joking. Like the most throw up I've ever seen. Sorry if this is disgusting. If you're eating, I'm so sorry. But just like, I threw up so much on the floor, and then I finally made it to it was so bad, and I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. I was in there for about an hour and a half. Just, it was coming out. Both, it was so gross. It was so bad. I was like shaking. I was like shaking. I was so vulnerable. But, and I'm like in my childhood bathroom. It's like painted the same as it was when I was a teenager. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was so trippy. And then when I was done, under the sink, she has some like disinfectant stuff. So I like cleaned as much as I could. I like got trash bags from downstairs and just like cleaned up because I was embarrassed low key. I'm like, I'm an adult, dude. Like, no, I'm an adult. I can't be throwing up all over my parents' house. What the hell? And then I was like, I have to tell my mom, you know, like it just still was just gross in there. It was just still gross. I went into my mom's room and I felt like I was 9, like standing over my mom's bed in the dark being like, Mom. My mom just sees this like dark figure hovered over her. She's like, Like, am I having sleep paralysis? Holy fuck. My adult daughter is at, like, is this a nightmare? Is this like, what is happening? And then she's like, what is it? Like, she was so freaked out. And I was like, can you come with me? And she was like, yes. And she gets up and puts her bathrobe on. And I was like, I puked all over your bathroom. I don't feel good. It's like really bad. Like, I feel really sick. And she was like, oh my God. Like, she like snapped into mommy mode. She was like, you didn't have to clean it. I would have cleaned it for you. I was like, Mom, no. I know you're my mom and I know I'm your blood, but you didn't want to see that. You did not want to see that. Nope. I had to handle it. It was crazy. I literally felt like I was 9. I was like, oh my God, I need my mommy. I need my mommy. And so she like brought me to bed. She got me like a barf bucket. She brought me like ginger ale. She brought me like Pepto-Bismol, but I didn't want to take the Pepto-Bismol because I knew that I would just throw it right back up. She got me like a huge bottle of water with like electrolytes in it. She was like rubbing my back as I was like, because my stomach still hurt so bad, but like nothing was coming out still. And I still felt like I had to puke, but like, it was just awful. It was awful. And my mom was so confused. She was like, oh my God. And I was like, Mom, I think it's food poisoning. And my mom did not want to accept that because, like I said, this was our favorite Hawaiian restaurant and she just could not accept that it was that. And I was like, Mom, it like definitely is. And she's like, well, I don't feel sick. So if I don't feel sick, then it's not food poisoning because then we would both feel sick. And I was like, Mom, that's not how it works. Like, one person could get sick with food poisoning. And she was like, what? And then I like Googled it and showed her and she was like, oh my God, it is food poisoning. Then as my mom was like rubbing my back, all of a sudden out of nowhere, she was like, oh my God. And I was like, what? And she was like, Sarah, I'm starting to feel sick. And I was like, oh my God. And then my mom got sick. So me and my mom were just both sick. Oh, and mind you, my dad didn't get sick because my dad was doing a 72-hour fast and he was on day 2. So he didn't even eat any of the Hawaiian food. So my dad was just chilling peacefully in his bed, just snoring, just out. He's just out. My dad never goes on fasts. Like, this was so random that he wanted to try one. It just happened to be the night me and my mom got food poisoning. So yeah, me and my mom were sick all night. I finally was able to go to bed at like 7. My alarm woke me up at like 10 and I had to start getting ready to go to the airport. But when I woke up, I immediately felt like I was gonna puke and then I ran to the bathroom and then I puked again. And then my mom's like, you're not going home. And I was like, but Mom. And then she was like, you're not going home. And I was like, okay. Yeah, probably not. Probably for the best. She was like, Sarah, what if you're on the plane and you poop your pants? And I was like, Mom, I wouldn't. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay. So yeah, I extended my trip. I stayed there an extra day and just like stayed in bed because I just kept throwing up all day and just having the worst diarrhea. It was just not fun. And my mom was also sick, so she was going through the same thing on the other side of the hallway. It was bad. But then later that night, I started feeling better, went to sleep, woke up, I'm starting to get ready to go to the airport. I went to go take a shower. And also my mom also like disinfected the whole bathroom, like everything. It was like a biohazard. But she was like, I disinfected the tub and the shower and everything, so you can take a shower. So I was like, okay. I take a shower, I get out of the shower, and I walk into my room. And there's an adult diaper laid out for me on the bed. Yeah, an adult diaper. And my mom comes in, she's like, hey honey, you should put that on before the flight. I'm just worried you're gonna poop your pants. And I was like, Mom. And she was like, Sarah, just trust me. Just please, just do it for me. And I was like, okay. So I wore an adult diaper to the airport. Nobody knew that I was wearing a diaper at the airport, but I knew. There was a difference in the way I was walking through that airport. Just a little bit more shameful. A little bit more insecure. you would say. But what's crazy about that, you guys? She made me wear the diaper because she thought I was gonna poop my pants, which is valid. I get off the plane, I'm walking through the airport, and I was like, I have to pee, okay? I just have to pee. And I go to pee. I started my period on the plane. I started my period on the plane. So I was like, Barb, thank you. Because if I wasn't wearing that adult diaper, I would have bled through my outfit. So crazy how the universe works, right? Life is worth living. And I texted my mom, I was like, OMG, I like started my period on the plane. Thank you. Great suggestion. But I did not poop my pants, do not worry. And now here we are. I got back a few days ago, so I'm just settling in now. I deep cleaned my apartment. Ugh. I was like scrubbing the walls and shit. I unpacked everything, did all my laundry, put everything away. Like my room is spotless right now. Like everything is so clean and it smells so good in here. And I'm just, I feel like I can breathe. Oh, I'm just so happy to be back. I had such a great time in Oregon. That's basically everything that happened. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like my hair. Even if you don't, I don't care. And that rhymes. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great week ahead of you. I'm thinking about you. I missed you guys so much. Thank you for being so patient with me and for like understanding that I needed a few weeks off. And if you like this video, make sure you like it and push the thumbs up button and subscribe for new videos every Sunday. I love you, silly billies.